Jesus Christ died to save my soul is one part of the gospel. It is not the gospel. It is one part of the gospel. It's like saying to the children of Israel, God brought you out of Egypt. That's wonderful. Yeah, he brought them out of Egypt, all right. But remember, when they came out of Egypt, they were tempted to return to Egypt because there's a lot of trouble. So, why did we ever come out? There's no water. Even though he gave them water. Then they said, we're fed up of this light food. They call it light food. I asked a gentleman years ago, I said, do you take bread for breakfast? He says, no. So I said, why? He said, it's too light. I remembered manna. They said, manna was too light. You still out there? Once you understand the gospel, your life takes on a new meaning. He says, he brought you out of Egypt for a reason. He brought you out of Egypt for a reason, for a reason. The purpose was not to bring you out of Egypt. Oh, are you getting this? The purpose was not to bring you out of Egypt. So the celebration of being brought out of Egypt is wonderful, but that's not the purpose. It says, the Lord brought you out that he might bring you in. He brought you out to bring you in. Into where? Into the land that he promised your fathers. A land of good things, he said. A land of good things. He says, a land of houses that you didn't build. Wells that you didn't dig. Orchards, vineyards that you didn't plant. He's saying to them, I brought you into a land where you don't have to labor for your prosperity. I believe in hard work, but not hard work for prosperity. Not hard work for prosperity. Are you still there? You know, I was talking to a Jew in Israel. So I said, look at the wonderful land that God has given you. I said, Israel is beautiful. I said, look what you've turned a dry place into by God. He said to me, he said, not God. He said, it's our hard work. I said, what? He said, Pastor Chris, with all due respect, it's our hard work. I said, can I talk to you? What you just said is what God never wanted you to say. I said, it's in your law. He said, lest after he's brought you in, you declare it was your hard work that made you prosper. You see, there are a lot of people who think it's their hard work. Even Even the American culture is like that. They tell you if you work hard, you have a future in America. If you work hard, the system will reward you. They don't understand. There's a lot of people who work hard and things don't go well. You don't prosper because you worked hard. It's a deception. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong,